every single stage of entrepreneurship, I can speak for myself, it's been a rediscovery of my voice. So there's an elevation that happens the more that you do the thing that you're doing, okay? The more you accelerate, the more you elevate, the more you find more things out about your voice and how you show up for your people. Hey guys, it's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. I've helped hundreds of creative entrepreneurs and business owners to take back their free time, generate additional revenue, and celebrate while living that work from anywhere lifestyle through creating online courses and digital education. So I'm super excited that you guys are here. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Master one thing at a time. Practice makes better. And this has to work. Right? Let's get it. Using your voice, okay? So great morning to you. Happy Thursday, Friday Eve to you. Today, of course, I'm always excited, okay? As we jump into these topics. So this came up for me today thinking about a couple of years ago. I was working with this client, right? And I thought this client was amazing in her own right. She was doing her thing and she was finally ready to create these courses. Great morning, IG. I see you on as well. I hope that you're doing well. By the way, if you're watching this on the Jump First Academy YouTube channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like button, bell notification so you know when more episodes like this drop. So this client I was excited to work with her. She had accomplished some amazing things already and she was amazing, okay? In her lane, in her niche, in her own right. High performer, of course. If you're watching this, it's likely that you are too. That's who I tend to attract to this community, and it is not on accident. Okay, so I'll give you a pro tip in a second that you can apply to your courses, and it actually is quite aligned with using your own voice. So in working with this client, I always say pro tip for your courses: grab a mentor, grab a coach, especially if you're in a space as a high performer where we tend to get in our own way when it comes to perfectionism, procrastination, right? The perfectionist that is inside of all of us, I always say I'm a recovering perfectionist, a recovering procrastinator. It tends to make us consistently trying to improve something or making it better, but also there's the other side of that where sometimes it makes us afraid to take a chance, right? Or afraid to take a risk. And so a mentor and coach is going to give you that safe space, okay? It's kind of like a safety net for you to take the risk because you have a blueprint, you have a map, you know what is already going to work because there's somebody who's already done it ahead of you. It's kind of like following a recipe, right? If we've never made something, cooked something, baked something, whatever it is, I do it all the time, then we don't know what it looks like. Okay, we may not know the flavor composition. I know I'm bringing out all my foodie side today, but there's a flavor composition, all of those things. And so what's the first thing that we do when we don't know how to do something or we don't know what it's going to look like? We go to Google, okay? Google has become one of our best friends over these years. And so I know it is for me. And so when I don't know how to do something, I'm going to Google to look for somebody who has already done it. And then that becomes my mentor at a distance, right? Or coach at a distance sometimes. And I follow the recipe. When I'm cooking especially or baking, I'm following this recipe. Now, I followed the recipe to a T the first time. So pro tip for your courses: when you get into a mentorship program, a coaching program, even when you're designing your own courses, please keep in mind, like, you have to be teachable, okay? You have to be coachable. You have to allow for some room for instruction. All right. So when I'm following these recipes, I'm going to do it to a T the first time. I'm going to try it. I'm going to taste it. And guess what? I have my own flavor. I have my own foodie sense, okay, if you will. And so the second time around, guess what? I'm going to add in more or less of some of the things, more of the stuff that I like, less of the things that I don't like, right? In order to bring it to its full flavor regarding what I like, okay, regarding what it is that I want my food to taste like. And so we liken this, or I liken this to courses, like in the same in your courses. When you're going through your mentorship programs and coaching programs, you've signed up for one, make sure that you're like following the blueprint. Again, this allows you space to develop, and it allows you space to release perfectionism and procrastination because you already know you have a solid blueprint to work with. Does that make sense? I mean, I do this in all of my programs, okay? So when I'm hiring a mentor or coach, I'm looking for somebody who has achieved the result that I want, and I'm just going to follow the blueprint. And then once I got it, okay, I got it. And us high performers tend to be quick learners. Okay. So I was working with this lady. Like I said, she had accomplished a bunch of things. And I feel like I just went off on a tangent, but it all is going to make sense by the end of this, I promise. And so, she was amazing in her own right. And I remember she was following the blueprint, being open to instruction. And she started, when she showed up to our coaching sessions and I was asking her and reviewing her material, she started to sound like me. And I was like, this is interesting. I was like, I need you. Like, I like it. Okay. And she wasn't intentionally trying to be unethical or just copy paste. That wasn't her intention. Her intention was, I need to learn exactly how to do this for real, before I feel safe enough or comfortable enough doing it on my own. And so a lot of the examples that she was giving, I could still hear my voice. And so the point that I'm making today is the same exact advice that I gave to her. You got to use your own voice. Okay. So when we take instructions, same as I talked about with the recipes that we follow from Google or wherever we're going to get them from, we look for the best. Okay. We pick out the best. We pick out one that we think matches our style, matches the flavor composition that we're looking for. It looks pretty. Okay. It looks like what we're looking for. We pick that out and then we follow the instructions, but then we add in our own flavor. And so that's the exact same advice and analogy that I used with this coach, this amazing, amazing high performer that I got to work with. And I told her, you got to inject your own flavor. You have to use your voice. So now the blueprint that you have in front of you that works, that is a solution to what it is that you are looking to do. Clearly it works, okay? Because you've done it, I've done it, and people in your cohort who have done it as well. Now it's time for you to add your own voice. And I'm here to help you do that, okay, and do it successfully. That's what mentors and coaches are for. They are like cheat codes. Again, they give you a safety. Like, there's this safety that you have in being willing to and open to trying these new things, because you have somebody who has your back and is going to give you the right instruction and guidance for making sure that it's successful. I mean, it is what it is. And so that's why I love mentors and coaches. And so she added in her personality. She started enmeshing her experiences, life experiences, with this blueprint that was already proven, that was already getting results. So when I say use your own voice, it really is, I feel like at every single stage of entrepreneurship, I can speak for myself, it's been a rediscovery of my voice. So there's an elevation that happens the more that you do the thing that you're doing, okay? The more you accelerate, the more you elevate, the more you find more things out about your voice and how you show up for your people. So voice has to do with these things too, because I don't want to give you this generic terminology. I know, like, a lot of people say, find your voice. You already have your voice, okay? It's about rediscovering it at each and every single stage and development of your entrepreneurial journey. So the first thing that has to do with voice is your tone, right? What is your tone? What's your tonality? A lot of people, I always say I'm very quirky. I have this dry humor. I laugh at some of my jokes. I can't help it, okay? It is who I am. I just knew that for me, like, even getting a PhD, if I can be completely transparent, getting my PhD, I felt like, especially being in boardrooms, being in corporate America, even some of my peers in the educational space, I felt like I had to be stuffy, right? Like, it was this sense of like, okay, I gotta wear a suit. I gotta suit up, right? I gotta wear my pencil skirts. And I decided when I started my business, when I started Jump First, I was going to be me. I was going to be relaxed. I like wearing my jeans. Sometimes you'll see me in a blazer, okay? Sometimes you'll see me in a dress, but I do like pairing my jeans with my blazers, all right? So I felt like I could finally break free. So you got to figure out what's your tone, what's your niche, what's your personality, right? And what's going to be your delivery. And so I decided to start embracing my quirkiness, embracing all of these. We're not just one thing as high performers. Like, there are different facets of our personalities and who it is that we are. And with online courses, one of my favorite things about courses is that you get to be you. You get to show up as you. There's no fronting about it, okay? There's no mask that you have to put on every time that you show up. You just get to show up as you. And the more authentic you are, okay, the more you are, the more your people start to find you. So it's rediscovering your own voice, using proven blueprints, using roadmaps that you are going to receive from your mentors, your coaches, your guides, the people who have already achieved the thing that you want to achieve, but then you're adding your own flavor, okay, in there. You're injecting your life experiences, your voice, your tonality, your personality. I hope that this makes sense and that it's helpful as you embark upon or continue to scale your courses and luxury mentorship and coaching programs. If you do not have one, this is the time that we start to execute, okay? This is the year of execution and implementation. No more planning, no more trying to figure it out, no more researching, no more any of that, okay? This is the year of getting it done. So if that's you and you're ready to get it done, head over to jumpfirstacademy.org. There's a free training over there. Take you about 30 minutes to go through it. It's going to show you exactly what you need to do from start to finish, whether you have a course topic or not, okay? If you don't have a course topic, great, start at jumpfirstacademy.org. If you do have a course topic, jumpfirstacademy.org, okay? It's going to walk you through course topic, content, understanding who your audience is, and how to start pre-selling your courses. I believe all in pre-selling. We don't wait until we're finished our courses to start selling. You need to collect the data, okay? Pro tip, so that you can know who it is that you are helping and how you can serve at the highest level. So if you're interested in getting started, again, jumpfirstacademy.org. There are free resources over there with that training, as well as paid resources. You determine your journey and how you move forward. Other than that, I'm out of here. I love y'all so much. I hope this is super helpful. Use your voice, add your flavor. We need it, okay? Your people are waiting for you to show up so they can too. I'll catch y'all back here tomorrow. Keep believing in you because I believe in you. Bye, y'all.